All right, we are rolling, by the way.
Let us begin. And let me welcome you all back in session 6 to the Grimpunk lands of terror. Last we left, the voice is back by popular demand. Last we left our shard-struck party. You all found yourselves in the relaxation wing on the 4th floor of the Augustine Trading Company headquarters, where Secundo left you to make use of the various saunas and pools available. While Corey, Elias, and Dandin found private rooms to relax in on their own, Gristle and John simply stripped down and jumped into the central pool. Your respite from the trials and tribulations of the last 24 hours was interrupted, however, when the familiar voice of your benefactor spoke in your minds once more. After a brief conversation that saw the enigmatic and ethereal skull named Chumbata by Gristle, Chum discussed with you all 3 possible leads for getting the ion shards that once made up his prison removed from your heads. First lead was a former student of Chum's named Gorovenko Toporovich, a Goliath druid who could supposedly be found in Fort Kentigern, far to the north. Second was Kira Adrith, an elven wizard teaching at Ravencourt Sanctuary, who, according to Chum, owes her old chancellor a favor. Finally, the Grinning Skull recommended Hoffrey Ghostforge, a dwarven cleric who lives in a tower of his own near Caer Boldor in the mountains south of Rowland, whom Chum claims he owes a favor to. While these potential connections might take you in any of the 3 directions, your first step remains the same: get out of Merencia alive. This is proving to be more difficult than you might have hoped, however, as just as you were ready to leave the saunas, a motley band of clockwork prosthetic-wielding mercenaries got in your way. While John adamantly sought to resolve things without violence, that ship sailed when Chum egged Gristle on to shoot Rivet in the head. In the combat that ensued, we saw a giggling brute of a woman with a hydraulic arm try and suplex John into a pool, only to be foiled by Dandin's featherfall. Rivet and Gristle engage in a fucking shootout. Elias released the Coke Bears once more, who mauled a countess to death before shifting into a bear himself. Coralia pulling off a classic wizard move by fireballing all the baddies, much to the delight of Chum. And John, a younger man thanks to Corey's magic, drew the cursed blade on his back to answer in the only language Merencia understands: violence. At the end of the encounter, you had slain Olga and the Countess, knocked out Rivet, and persuaded Raven and Frederick to flee. Not wasting any more time and not wanting to try and find your way out of the headquarters, you discovered an underwater exit. Ripping off the drainage gate, you were all sucked through into the pipes. Is there anything anyone else wants to add or mention before we begin?
That was lovely.
Truly.
Excellente. Then begin we shall.
Oh, this sounds damp.
You have all been sucked into the pipe, and you are rapidly increasing in speed. It's not long before you feel yourself caught up in the current of the flowing water here. The pipe that you've made your way into is not large, but it's large enough for you all to fit inside. You've got a little bit of wiggle room. Completely submerged, though, you are holding your breath as you go through here. You feel yourselves beginning to accelerate at an increasingly rapid pace as both gravity and suction pull you along. John.
I'm just gonna tuck my arms around my head as we're continuing this descent.
Excellent, John. You tuck your head to your arms. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Probably hold on extra tight to the rifle. Just like fetal position it so it doesn't go anywhere when we eventually find ourselves falling.
Gotcha.
Is there any... Does it feel like there's any, like, branching off of the pipes at any point, or is it just a straight
For the moment,
shot?
it feels like like you're shooting down vertically.
Cool.
And Dandon, really quickly, we could reiterate the order. We've got Dandon in front, then Gristle, then John or Elias, or no, then Corey, and then I think Elias, John in the back. Is that correct?
John, then Elias in the back.
John, then Elias. Cool.
Because Elias was a huge bear and could close it behind us. Was the idea. Whether that succeeds or not.
I'll say Elias, the bear. You don't think you're gonna probably get stuck as a bear.
I can be a small goat bear.
Yeah.
What's an appropriate animal for this? I mean, I can just wild shape into that.
Anything not large, like human-sized or smaller.
Yeah, sure. Let's. We're going to a shoot. Does shoot have water? Yeah.
Yeah. You were in the pool. This is like the drainage for that, so it's full of water.
Yeah, let's turn into what's an amphibious creature? Whatever the next amphibious creature is.
Like a frog?
Sure. A not large toad.
A giant toad, which is only really about like a foot wide.
Yeah.
Wait, is a giant toad only a foot wide?
Well, I mean, a real-life giant toad. I don't know what a D&D giant toad.
Oh no, it's a large. It's large. It can
Those are
swallow
two-
a creature whole.
Noted.
Yeah.
Just a regular-sized toad.
Just a regular-sized.
Cool. You will not have to make some of these checks then, as you are amphibious and can breathe water.
Since I'm at the front of the group, can I just cast guidance on myself in preparation for anything that's coming up?
Yep, you cast guidance, and a wise move that is indeed. After this initial drop, then that carries you from the fourth floor of the building that you're in. You feel the pipe start to level off to like a 45-degree angle. As you're zipping along, still at a pretty decent pace, Dandon, you see a light in the distance, rapidly approaching. You see the pipe work here is splitting off to either the left or the right. Dandon, you can give me a history check if you want, and everyone else can do a survival check.
Could I also do a survival
You can do
check?
survival if you want as well, yeah. The DC for history is lower, though.
Okay. Well, I have a +0 to history. I have a +8 to survival.
Survival works, yeah.
Got a 21 survival.
22 for survival.
Giant frog is so cute.
Is it a fleshy frog, though, because of Elias things?
21 for survival.
Cool. Yeah. You're able to kind of figure out, surmise based on like the layout of the city, like where the HQ is in relation to other things in here. The right pipe will take you. They're both like going to some, this main sewers, but the right is going to be heading towards the docks and like the lagoon, whereas the left is going to be heading towards like a sewage kind of treatment plant area.
Docks. Yeah,
Gotcha.
not sewage treatment. Terrible idea.
Yeah, so you are approaching this split in the path. You can give me athletics or acrobatics to try and steer your way towards the pipe that you want as you are in this rapidly moving water. And if there's something else you would like to do to try and achieve any of these skill checks, let me know, and we can talk about what roll to make.
Yeah.
But just using your body, it's going to be athletics and acrobatics, and everyone, if you want to follow Dandon, will have to make this check as well.
So, acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics?
I have to turn the sewer down. Sorry.
All good.
17.
24
21.
for athletics.
Acrobatics.
You're good. What about Corey and Elias?
15 solid.
15
What do you need? Acrobatics?
or athletics?
Or athletics? What the frick is my new form's acrobatics?
Don't you have a swimming speed as a frog?
I do have a swimming speed.
So you can do this with advantage, yeah.
Or as a toad?
Frog.
Frog, toad.
A frog is the smaller one. Okay.
They're both amphibious. Kind of depends on the species.
Acrobatics or athletics? Yeah.
Yep. With advantage, as you've got a swim
Oh,
speed.
thank God I have an advantage, because it's either at a 9 or a 19.
Okay, you're good. Everyone manages to scoot, to swim their way in the direction they want to, and you all zip into the right pipe. As you veer off, you continue to zip along at a rapid pace. At this point, the pipe is still full of water all the way up to the top, and you are holding your breath now. It's been like a few minutes of zipping along. At this point, I think we're going to have to start asking for some Constitution saving throws from everyone other than the Toad, Elias.
$11.
18.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, get inspiration, Corey.
Yee.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh.
Dog shit.
I'm also going to use my inspiration.
Good.
We
Good
don't
idea.
want people.
Much higher.
15.
DC is 15, yep.
What? You don't want the coke-based bears to give you CPR?
Dirty 20.
I've already gotten CPR
Everyone
from the
manages
child.
to hold their breath. You're feeling burning in your lungs, but you're able to kind of force it down and hold on to your breath, still not suck up any of this pipe water. You continue to zip along. The pipe, the right here, starts, zigzagging left and right, up and down. Eventually, you start to notice, Dandin, that the water levels ahead of you have decreased by half, and you start to hear a low kind of roaring in your ears, and you feel yourself kind of being sucked down or pulled down into the bottom of the pipe itself. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you are in front.
Uh, 21.
21. Based on what you're feeling in here, you think that there's going to be a drop off or something ahead of you, and how you're being sucked down. Yeah, something in the pipe is going to drop away, and you are rapidly approaching it.
Cool. Yeah, I got nothing.
Awesome. You're approaching. Are gonna need another set of checks to avoid as the pipe. There's it drops away beneath you and then continues ahead. Some of the water gets drained here, and you are trying to avoid being sucked down into that. Athletics or acrobatics again, or again, if you want to make another check, you can tell me what you want to do.
Would you allow me to burn a use of my nimble physique dodge to take advantage on this roll?
I would, yeah. That's very appropriate for this. As you nimbly try and do a 360 swirl up onto the top to avoid this drop.
19 athletics.
That's gonna be dirty 20 acrobatics.
Good to go. I'll need it from Corey and Gristle, and from the frog with advantage as well.
Yep. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I rolled a 1. Not a fan.
Do you have inspiration?
No, sir.
Excellent.
I will use one of my chrono G rolls.
Chrono shift, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey, you see momentarily Dandin manages to zip around water slide style and avoid this, and then immediately Gristle just falls away into the pipe below. Roll again.
Do it.
Ooh. That's a 26.
And then your eyes glow and shift, Corey, and it rewinds, and suddenly Gristle's able to just like hop up and get some airtime and zip over the drop.
I got a 16. Okay.
16, you're good.
Yeah.
DC's 15 on this.
Sweet.
John, you got 19. I'll need a advantage.
19.
You're good to go. Everyone manages to avoid this pitfall.
Sorry, 17 for me. Yeah.
Works still. As you pass by here, half the water is drained out. Your heads are exposed to air now, and you are able to breathe. Your speed
Yay!
has decreased as well, allowing you greater control over your movement. Now it's rather than zipping through at high speed, it's like you're on an easygoing water slide. And for the moment, the water you flow in appears to still be primarily clean. It's not like sewage that you're flowing through at this moment. It's still primarily water from like the saunas.
Yes.
Is this a part of the sewer where it has bits up on the side we could get it out of the water, or are we still
Not
in a
yet.
full
No,
pipe?
you're still
Okay.
in just like a fully enclosed pipe. But you, again, Danny, you spent a lot of time in the sewers. Everything connects to those main sewers, and that's
Yeah.
where that kind of structure is.
Okay.
Yeah, but for the moment, you've slowed down. Your heads are above water. What would you like to do?
That fucking sucked.
Hopefully this will at least get us some time ahead of them.
From where we're standing in the water at this point.
You're still like there's still a current flowing.
Okay.
It's really like a water slide at this point.
Okay.
You could probably stand up and like walk if you wanted to, but
Right.
yeah.
I am just looking around, kind of panicky, but I catch sight of between Coralia, Gristle, and John, who looks the worse off right now.
Probably me. I'm at 12 hit points
Yeah, but what's your total?
out of 39.
It's
Okay, yeah, that's probably yeah.
I'm still above half.
I healed him before we left, so.
Okay. I just looking over Coralia. Coralia, you get an extra 4 HP back as I use my last healing light. Just as we float in the water.
I will pull out one of my little syringes and stab myself in the leg for another D8. It's 10 hit points.
Yeah. As you're all kind of taking stock of, seeing who's all still here, you look back and you just see a toad drifting along as well. That, for some reason, gives you Elias vibes.
Something's wrong with that frog.
That frog is sick!
Frog is shit.
The frog coughs, a very human cough.
That frog needs some milk.
Or a dragonborn cough, yeah.
He needs some. He said he needs to go see a vet.
The frog skitters off ahead in the corner. Around the corner.
Skitters.
Skitter, I mean, hops, leaps.
Swims.
I will be right back.
We're in the water.
Oh, yes, I believe we're continuing forward.
Gotcha.
I would like to use an action during this time and use one charge of my channel divinity to recover, to harness divine power and get a second level spell slot back.
Cool. Yeah, how does John do this?
I think John is gripping his holy symbol, and he's breathing really deeply, and he is prays for deliverance through this trial.
Give me a religion check, John.
I'm.
Do you really believe?
I do believe that. really fucking believe. I believe so fucking hard right now. 19.
19. Yeah,
That's
as
actually a
you
bonus action. Holy shit.
as you grasp your necklace, you said
Yeah, holy symbol.
your holy symbol. And what is that holy symbol? What do you think that is?
Oh gosh. Right, because holy symbols aren't really. I think it's a Ooh, I haven't thought about this too much. I forgot.
Let me look real quick. I think I have. Yeah, so there is a symbol associated
Yeah,
with
what's
like
some iconography
some of the
for the Redeemer?
like archangels.
Yeah.
I've got right here actually from Miklas specifically, the Redeemer. Can I drop this into it? Will you let me? Did that come over?
Hogging.
Let's try again.
Hogging so hard.
Oh, fucking pogging. Yeah, here we go. Uploading. You see this?
Yes. Ah.
Yeah, the image of a goblet, a chalice perhaps being held by hands, overflowing with golden liquid, amber, light perhaps.
His is probably very simple in that regard. It's probably like a circular symbol then that's missing a lot of the like fine details, but is still obviously a chalice.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you grasp that and pray, you hear a voice, a soft voice speak in your head. Oh, John. Redemption is always at hand. And you gain an additional 3 levels of spells back.
Oh
If you
no.
want like a first and a second, or just
Yeah.
like however you want to break that up.
Yeah, I think I do want a first and a second actually. That sounds pretty economic.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves
And
me with 2
Dandin,
of each.
Dandin, you can also give me a religion check.
Cool. That sweet, sweet +0, boy.
Yeah, religion. I'll also allow perception.
Perception?
Yep.
That's better. Where's the page?
Will
Would you believe I rolled a nat 1?
Dandin, your attention is elsewhere. In fact,
Yeah.
ahead of you, you begin to notice and you hear the water begin to roar again, and you see that like the pipes ahead of you start to pitch down again. Until now, you've been in the pipes like system, the waterworks that were built by the Augustine Trading Company. The pipes are like pretty new looking, but it looks like you're heading towards, and you based on the time you've traveling, you're probably going to be connecting to Merencia's main line sewers shortly.
Cool. All right, everybody, hold on. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
So you were listening.
As the roar of the water fills everyone's ears, the pace once again picks up and you're pulled along faster and faster. Right before the pipe pitches down, Dandin, at the last minute you notice that where this pipe is connecting to the main sewers, there's like a jagged piece of metal that has been like bent down out of shape, right kind of around head level. As people pass through underneath that, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
Woof.
This is not a Disney approved ride.
Uh,
Saving throw? I hate it when you ask me.
All right. I think it's
Hey,
gonna be
rolled
a tough one.
17.
The DC is 16 for this.
Oh,
I failed.
rolled 17 on the die.
I am going to
Cool.
use my inspiration.
Gotcha.
Valid.
how big of a thing is it?
Oh, you're pretty small, yeah.
Oh.
You can make yours... Gristle, you're also pretty small. Yeah, head level for some people is not the same. I'll allow...
The spike, how big is the spike itself?
Well, the piece of metal? Yeah, like 2 feet, something like that.
Does it look like it weighs more than 10 pounds?
No, I don't think it does.
Could I, since I saw it, could I reach out with a mage hand and try to push it up out of people's way?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Arcana, sleight of hand will also allow.
It might be sleight of hand. Yeah, it's definitely sleight of hand.
You know how Sam used to tell us all the time that he was going to kill us when we were playing the game? That's how I feel when you DM.
I'm loving it.
19.
Show, don't tell.
19.
It's Grim and Punk.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry. 16.
16. You thrust your hand out. That meets the DC I set for dodging it, so I'll allow it to also be a success here. You thrust your hand out, and extending from it, what does your mage hand look like?
I reach forward out of the water, and for a moment, it's like an entire version of my silhouette, and then all of the body disappears, and it's just the hand, and it goes up, and it pushes the thing, and it just holds it while everybody zips past.
Yeah, you hear a real nasty metal bending as the mage hand holds the jagged piece of metal out of the way for you all to pass through. No saving throws needed. That was, that would have been a nasty thing to be cut by. As you pass underneath it, you see that, there's corrosion, just moss, algae kind of growing on it. You see weird slime dripping from some of it. Real nasty looking.
Hope everybody got their tetanus shots.
Yeah. Oh, you know there was going to be a con save if you did get slashed by this.
Feels good to be immune to disease.
As you pass underneath that, however, you are not out of danger yet. As you pitch down, and you see that the pipe, in fact, doesn't just pitch down, it ends completely.
Ooh.
You are pulled over the edge by this flowing water, and you begin to fall through the air. Dandelion falling first. Really quickly, Dan, you look down. Not an insubstantial. It's about 80 feet drop down.
I got no spell slots, so
Excellent.
Is Dandon a small creature?
I am a medium creature, but I have a nimble physique, so for a lot of things I count as small.
No.
Excellent.
Gristle is small.
As people start to pitch over, I'm going to say it's going to be, again, athletics or acrobatics to try and contort yourself into a diving position that will not cause you to simply splat into the water below you.
It's like hitting concrete.
Yeah. 80-foot drop, so give me those checks. And again, if you want to do something else, let me know.
My dice have been very kind to me on these athletics or acrobatics.
Natural 20! Inspiration for John.
It's a fucking perfect dive.
Oh, what?
Picturesque.
Gandon?
I got another dirty 20.
Dirty 20, sexy.
I rolled 3 18s on that dice tonight.
Nice. I got a 9.
And a 9 for Crystal.
I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Is Gristle a small creature?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you planning, Elias?
Oh, I'm gonna.
Do it.
Do it.
As Elias the frog is coming up from behind, a tongue extends.
Wow.
And grapples Gristle, swallows him as he dives forward. What do I need to make?
Acrobatics or athletics? And what did Corey get? Yeah.
That's 20.
I'm gonna use my Crodal Shift, my last one that I have. Because I rolled a 1.
You see yourself pitch over the
Parachute
edge.
down on your wizard hat.
And when you land, you hit the water. You hear the unmistakable snap of your neck.
Hey,
And you try to
I got
envision a
a
new
17 that time.
And this time, you were able to contort yourself into a pencil dive. Everyone manages to pitch over the edge, and through your checks, get into a diving position that takes you down. As you sink down into the water here, you see sewer water here. Pretty nasty. But you sink down 10, 15 feet, and then swim up to the surface.
Gristle is nestled safely inside the frog's mouth.
Yeah, feeling cozy.
Actually, kind of nice.
As you all surface, you see, like Dandon was kind of mentioning before, here you're in the mainline sewers. There is off to the side. Actually, I've got art.
Does he have a map for us? Oh.
Yeah, you see there is like walkways and stairways off to the side that you can pull yourself up onto.
Yeah, out of the water ASAP.
Oh, yeah.
This is sewer water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as you drag yourself out, yeah, it's noticeably nastier here. You drag yourself up onto like the slimy stone walkways, flop down, catching your breath. While the sewers, aren't an ideal safe haven for the moment, you are free from the various groups who are after the shards in your head.
You're here.
Where's Gristle?
And you like see it pushing out on the skin of the.
Gristle shoots out and almost hits one of the wall.
like goo on his face.
That cunt destroyed my dress. This is my favorite dress.
Well, I forgot my voice. We returned the favor. We destroyed her dress too.
Who destroyed her legs? There's a difference. What the fuck is wrong with your bears? They're like rabid.
Mine.
They answer to you?
They just help me out sometimes.
She's arguing with a frog.
Oh, I mean, the frog's not talking. You hear this in your head.
I don't know.
Hey, Blake, while everybody's talking, could I hide?
Yeah, absolutely. Where do you want to hide?
I will, just while everybody's talking to each other, find a position a little bit away and just flop onto the ground and be rags.
Yeah.
On the ground. I rolled a 26.
Yeah, Dandon, you are invisible. Out of sight, out of mind.
Just get out of here. And Coralia turns to look for Dandon and sees no Dandon.
As you turn to look, realize Dandon's not here. Give me a perception check.
19.
You don't see any sign. I
still
think
beat that, right? With my
Elias,
31.
your passive perception is filthy.
It's
you
disgusting.
See a pile of rags that you recognize that the rags is being
I don't say anything.
Dandon's clothes.
They can hide.
It's a little bit of yellow scarf sticking out of it.
Anyone else who wants to make a perception check, you can go ahead and do that.
Boys will be boys.
Can I use Divine Sense?
Absolutely. You open up your divine sense. I think you get the ping, of a celestial,
Faint.
little
Celestial
faint
lad.
celestial whiff coming from the rags. A rag pile, not too far off.
We need to get out of the city.
I would agree with you. Do you happen to know how to get through the underbelly of a city? And I looked at Elias. You? Gristle?
I'm sure we'll make our way around.
And Corey
No,
starts
you
like
won't.
pulling off her shoes and stuff.
You hear a voice from a little pile not too far off.
You just hear, no, you won't. And I pop up out of the rags. Just ever since you haven't even been here 2 days, and you've all almost gotten me killed like 3 times.
It's true.
And I'm sorry, but I just look at Gristle. I'm just like, you just shot him. Point blank.
Yeah. It was either I was gonna shoot first, or he was gonna shoot first. And I had to shoot first.
Or, when some of us still had our magic, we could have all jumped out a window and been gone, and not had to deal with any of this.
Well, some of us don't have magic.
Yeah, but some of us do. And we had a vested interest in, I thought, maybe helping each other out a little bit. But instead, and my eyes flit over to John, and I'm like, instead we just like before in the streets. We're not any better than that Secundo.
Dandon, it was either we were going to have to end their lives, or they were going to saw off our heads.
There were other ways out.
There were other ways out, I agree. John and I tried to get us out of that situation, and they would not let us go.
Hey, they had one thing on their mind entering that room. So, let's not kid ourselves like there was any other ending to that.
Gristle, you're not helping.
But they're hired
You're
professionals.
not helping.
It's their job.
We know. And Crowley will walk up to Dandon, just absolutely in tatters, and take off her hat, and lean down to her, and I know you're scared. And I know that this is probably the only home you have. But we have to stay together. If we don't, you die. And she, places a hand on his shoulder. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Can you promise me that none of you will be the ones that hurt me?
She looks at the others. I don't think any of us have ill will against you.
Yeah, not really.
I'm not in the business of killing children.
I can promise you that we will keep you safe.
Just rolled a 13 insight check against John.
Ribbit.
John, you are not currently in the business of killing children.
I'm not.
I do not think that's a lie, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, and I thought 13.
Can't say I remember the last minor I flatlined.
Oh.
You don't
Can't say I recall that occurring
You
anytime
don't get
recently.
anything on that check, Dandon.
I can get us out of the city. After that, I don't know anything. This is the only place I know. But I can get us out.
Luckily, the rest of us have a few more years under our belts.
Which way do we want to go?
Can you get us to the docks?
Yeah.
Then we'll follow your lead.
But they'll go to the docks.
North. We need to go north.
No, Gristle. You live here. The grubby, the fish, the guy that you. Maybe he can get us. Maybe he can get us a boat. He can get us a boat, and we can leave somewhere that isn't being watched, like on the other side of the island.
Yeah, we could. We could take the chance.
Don't you think
Wouldn't lose anything?
Don't
except
you think
for our lives?
that he would probably sell us out?
Well,
What if
has to
I
be
wrap my
scrupulous.
hands around his throat and threaten to tear him in half?
Or
Wouldn't be the
we
first
don't do
time.
that. You know, look, and I reach into my scarf and I pull out the jewel encrusted
Monocle.
monocle, and I say, I don't know about anything else, but I know we can trade this for a boat or passage or something if we need to, or if we have any other money, then we can save this. But
I will close my hand around Dandon's hand holding the monocle. You save this. I have plenty of money to get us out.
okay, but the docks is where the trading company has the most eyes all the time. They're going to be watching out there. And DM, how is Morencia situated? Is Morencia the entire island, or is Morencia a port? Okay.
Yeah, Morencia, let me...
Hey, how would we even find Anton?
Is there another set of docks that aren't as heavily perused by the
Yeah.
trading company?
The south docks are, like, the most major.
Yeah.
You have heard that there are, like, smaller private docks, you know, to, like, the east, the west, the north, that are, like, privately kind of, like, owned. The problem, right, with Morencia are these reefs.
Right.
That you need a navigator who knows how to get through them. Otherwise, you're going to wreck your ship.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of these guild navigators are at the main docks in the south. So if you can find someone, you could absolutely take a private dock. You just need to make sure you have that, or you can risk it and try to just go through on your own. It's your call.
Okay.
That's why it was very hard for people to invade Morencia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the merchant ships that come in and out down here, obviously it's from everywhere because it's a trading hub of the world. But the two closest major ports aside from here would, I assume, be Nova Solaris or something like that. And then I'm looking at the map. Like, is the Shaded Haven a city, or is that just like a...
It's like more of a temple. Castle Beaumont, like up through the rivers. Like if you head through the Thousand Rivers there and like make your way down through there, that's probably the next big one. Or like Casca is not like a huge city, but it's a port. Yeah, and then depending on like if you want to sail,
Listen,
you know.
If you have money, Miss Coralia, then money can get us passage anywhere. If we want to get on one of those barges that just goes up the Thousand Rivers, we can just go there.
That's a lot of heat.
I have a question.
Yep.
So I got into this city just by the fact that I was wealthy.
Yep.
Do I know anyone that offered me exit out? Because I was supposed to just pass through and leave.
Yeah, you would. You would. The person who gave you a ride here was like doing other business, but they recommended a few other names. You had the name Finn McAllister recommended to you. You wouldn't be sailing in comfort, but your ride said that Finn is reliable. He knows. Like he just has like a small kind of like little keelboat, like a little skiff. But like he grew up on Morensia. He knows the reefs really well. Like he's reliable, and he doesn't he's not gonna sell you out necessarily. You don't think like he's reliable is his reputation. So, and not that expensive either. Again, not a huge boat. You're not gonna be traveling in style, but
I think I know a navigator that could probably help us. Do I know which port he's at? Is he at the main port?
yeah, operates out of the main port.
We'll just have to get him from the main port and somehow not be seen.
Well, I cannot be seen.
But not necessarily the rest of us.
But if we needed to maybe ask him to go somewhere else where we could all be seen, if just one person had to go talk to him.
I can go talk to him.
Gristle, give me a history check.
Oh.
Gristle.
Oh, whoops.
Oh no.
Okay, it's looking good. Let me check the modifier. That's a 19.
When Dandin mentioned Antov, it's gotten you thinking, Antov has smuggled people into and out of the city before. This is something that he does.
Yeah. I mean, if we just find Antov ruling, I'm sure he could cut us a deal.
Well, we have options. I guess.
I just worry that for your friend, no offense, Gristle, I'm worried that he finds gold much more important than anything else.
Yeah,
and the head of the
ask questions.
Augustine Trading Order probably has a lot more gold than I do.
Yeah, but it's Antov. Come on.
Gristle, I know nothing about this person.
Well, kind of. Well, fine. We can try the above board stuff, but when it doesn't work out, we can go to Antov.
Sounds like we all win then.
I can get myself cleaned up rather quickly and get us, hopefully, unnoticed through.
Does it look like the path from here, the path from where we are, is relatively clean?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in my toad form.
I'm a sewer dog.
Yeah, definitely no. You're not actively walking through just piles of shit, but like the water in the canal is definitely like nasty, and everything it's like really slimy. I think is just the best way to describe it.
Does it smell like fetid feces and urine?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a dank sewer.
Let's get out of here first.
I agree. You want to go to the docks? It's this way.
All right.
I will. Did we get there's no way that was enough time for a short rest.
No.
Yeah.
Darn it.
That was a chat.
That was a conversation.
Yeah.
Cool.
As
wild shape.
you start following Dandin, Dandin, you start leading everyone through the sewers. Dandin, go ahead and give me survival. I think survival is, that's the best one for finding your way through.
24.
Oh, yeah, you have a pretty good understanding of the sewers layout. You've spent a lot of time in here.
Gout rogue, motherfucker.
Yeah, urban rogue shenanigans. I don't know what else to say. You are absolutely leading them in the right path. For everyone else, like Dandin is leading you on. You like double back a few times. Like the pipes you're going through are, you're walking through like the main kind of sewer, like pathway for a while, and then you go off and take a side pipe. You ascend for a while. You descend for a while. You very quickly are completely and utterly lost without Dandin leading you. Who knows where you would be or how long it would take for you to find your way out. The sewers in Mernsea are extremely extensive. You're realizing that.
I would say, I don't know what everybody's passive perception is, but I know that Elias's is really, really, really high. So every once in a while, you see Dandin like looking around and then very confidently going in a direction. And if Elias is checking, he just sees little charcoal scratches on the wall, little arrows pointing in a certain direction.
Yeah, Elias, you notice, some of these charcoal, and you also see like different markings as well, like some with like chalk or some with like other materials. Again, it's very clear that the sewers are used by Dandin and others.
Yeah.
Can I infer that it's Steve's gun?
Yeah, I would say yeah. Yeah, it's markings meant to not be understood by most people.
Elias knows that it's Steve's cat, but he doesn't know shit how to read it.
Oh, can I read it then?
Yeah.
Gristle knows Steve can.
Definitely. Gristle, you recognize. So what are some of these notes that Dandin has left?
What can't thieves do?
Come on.
It's like some of them are literally like big drop ahead. Some of them are like like a note warning away from a specific area, because it's like this is the I don't know, like the restaurant district or something.
Yeah,
So
like lots of spicy food.
Yeah.
Ends up here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
This is where all the rich eaters poo.
Yeah. You see a few other than Dandin's markings. You see some other markings. Like avoid. 43rd Northwest Tunnel infested by oozes.
Yeah.
And then you see some markings pointing to this. Follow this path to get to like the noble district. If you're looking for entrance into their residences and shit like that.
Yeah.
A veritable community of markings that you can recognize and read.
This is pretty detailed down here. I've never been down here.
You see a few notes from Antov. You see, you just all of the notes from Antov are just Antov was here. Nothing helpful. Just
These are all of
was here.
These are just all the locations where he spawns.
Yeah. Well,
It's just a fish. Imagine it's just
too.
like, yeah.
We missed him again.
He must just be right at.
He must
Right
just
ahead
be
of
right
us.
ahead of us, huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's kind of slippery and greasy and gross. What? He's crafty.
Yeah, what are you all doing as you follow? Other than Gristle reading all these notes, what is everyone else doing as you follow Dandin, your guide, your sewer guide?
Sewer guide, bottom text.
Corey is removing her chemise as she's walking and taking off her heels, and like pulling pieces of fabric out from between her breasts and pulling them onto herself as she's rapidly, like she's done this 100 times before, just rapidly changing out of clothes and into new clothes without exposing anything. Not leaving anything behind, just sliding it all away.
Yeah, Corey, as you're changing, you know, with some, flesh exposed, you see like the stab, like the puncture where the Countess stabbed into you pretty deeply. Not as deeply as in the timeline where you died, but
if anyone is paying attention to Corey while she is changing, which I doubt anyone is, you can see on her skin there is these runes that are deep blue that cover almost every inch of her skin.
Sick. I think Elias's passive picks that up regardless.
Elias can't help but stare.
Elias, you notice like everything, yeah. Whether you're
Elias,
attending to it.
Elias is like, I'm gonna actively look away, and then because he's so actively looking away, he can't help but notice everything in the peripheral.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, I was trying to be polite, but I saw all that titty.
But I saw everything.
You chose
That's
to
what the
build
big
for 30
hat's
passive. Gotcha. Yeah, you change on the fly and are able to keep going.
I can turn into a fly on the wall.
So
Next time.
I thought you don't have a flying speed yet.
Not yet, not yet.
It's just a fly that jumps.
Does anybody have any wounds they're worried about?
And then I say, as I say that, I point at the water.
yeah,
Well,
pretty
my bed
fucked
said
up.
man are that bad.
Yeah, Gristle, what are you at for HP?
I'm at 16 out of 42.
So Gristle looks like absolute shit.
Damn, bro.
You still have, like your clothes, especially around your gut, are just soaked with your blood. Some of it washed out while you were on your little water slide, but you're realizing, I think I'm still bleeding a little bit.
Oh, that's not just sewer juice.
No, not just sewer juice.
Fucking stomach.
So I realized that while I have a healer's kit, I am not proficient in a healer's kit. And I wonder perhaps if maybe I should be.
If you want to move some proficiencies around, that's entirely your prerogative.
Can I forego the one language I have?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Is that possible?
Well, you could just make the rolls without your proficiency bonus.
Well, no,
It feels like John should be proficient with this.
yeah,
right?
I was
Okay.
particularly
Backstory
a
shit.
medic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did do some fiddling with my background.
We'll retcon this.
So,
Yeah, you were proficient. You can
Are you
drop
thinking
one language.
herbalism kit or healer's kit? Because
I have a healer's kit.
Both are different. I don't think you need proficiency for a healer's kit. It's
Oh
just
no, I'm thinking of
stabilizing
the
feet.
Herbalism kit.
I'm thinking
Oh.
of the feet.
Yeah.
The healer feet, because I can't. Yeah, I can just stabilize people with this thing. I can't.
Yeah. When you have the healer feat, you can bring them back at 1 HP with the use of the healer's kit. Yeah.
I will.
It's spare the dying +1, basically.
Which is pretty OP. It's a good feat. It's a good feat.
We'll see about that happening later. Then, in that case, we will turn to more. Let us, ironically, archetypical healing, and I'll use Anne's spell slot for you, Gristle.
He'll smile, and there's just like blood in his yellow teeth.
I will just
We
reach
rolled
over.
Fucking mid too. Take 6 hit points back.
Hey, I'll take 6 hit points, my man. Half health. Thanks.
God, I had a question.
Yep.
In the time that I was sneaking about the infirmary portion of the 4th floor,
Yeah.
could you say that I was able to make off with anything that I probably shouldn't have
In terms of healing potions,
in terms of healing potions?
let's do a roll. Yeah.
Rolly,
Roll
okay.
me a d20.
I gotta shake all the glitter up so it doesn't give me a cocked roll.
True.
They're
It's true.
so
You
pretty,
do
but
absolutely have
the
to do
things
that.
you have to do for prettiness, eh?
18.
18. Yeah, you managed to swipe. You managed to swipe a potion of healing and a potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
Wow.
Kralia reaches in between her bosom and pulls out this large vial. This like very ornate bottle of red ichor,
Pulls
and
out a
hands
wine flute.
I mean, absolutely. You know, for the Augustine Trading Company, that is kind of how they would brand some of their like more schmoozy shit. So yeah, it's way too expansive looking.
And I will hand it over to Gristle, placing a hand on his shoulder and casting Prestidigitation to clean him up. And just say, drink all of it. It's going to be a bit warm. It's been inside of me for a while.
Weird.
That is disconcerting.
As Corey hands it over, you see that in fact the potion, the glass has been like blown in the likeness of your erstwhile employer, Benedict Augustinius Pemberton.
Wild.
Oh, like, how does Gristle? Is it like big?
It's like as big as Gristle.
It's not.
See, like,
Like, it's smaller, but it's for you it's pretty big.
Do you need
It's
help?
like a small bus.
It's like a two-hander
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Do you need help drinking it?
Hit it like the chug jug of Fortnite. Gristle's gonna get down on one knee and just knock it,
Yeah,
I suppose, if that's
knock
what they
it
want
back.
me to do.
Just a little feller.
You just iced Gristle with a healing potion.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. He just drank his weight in healing sauce.
So, what do I roll?
Was
I've
that
never
the
used one of these.
This is
greater
the
or
greater.
regular?
That was the greater.
That's 4d4 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
Jiminy
I think so,
Christmas.
yeah.
All right, let's hope these are hot.
He's
Like
plus
the
4.
like the potion was.
Here, hey, fair enough. 4.
Yeah, it's
Core
98.
temps.
She's
Pretty
actually
warm.
a tiefling, so it was actually a 103 degrees Fahrenheit.
10.
Like a cocoa.
That's hot. That's like a cup of coffee.
It's a warm soda.
All right.
Oh, disgusting.
Thank you. I rolled 10.
Nice.
So you get 10 from that, 6 from John's cure wounds. Feeling better.
Up to 32. Taking
How
the
would
fight
you-
back
how
to
would
the
you, but,
Augustine.
Yeah, you feel the
Ideally, but
warmth.
I'm saving some slots for some smoke screens.
You drink the potion. You get the healing touch. You feel the warmth, truly the warmth of that potion settle into your stomach and knit together some of the flesh of your gut that was blasted apart by Rivet. And you think that you see his face again when you try to jump on him. You hear his voice. Oh, you're in for it now, Gristle. It's just business. And
You're gonna give
you're
Gristle
here. You're still
PTSD.
alive.
Fuck that guy.
He tried to take your gun, but you know what? You got away in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Another
he
one
got
in
his
the
head
books.
stomped in like a fucking cam.
Hey, I'm still breathing. Still good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You
and-
keep going. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Gristle, prestidigitated. You notice that he has, in fact, a mullet. I just wanted to put that one out.
Going on the record.
Going on the
Gristle-
record. That was previously tied back.
Gristle, you need a haircut.
What? It's cool. It's like a snake. Yeah.
Is it cool, Gristle?
Yeah. Gives me speed. It's, it's like the action.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, it's all the rage in Morencia.
Everyone can give me a history check.
The Morencian mullet. Give you one. Actually, can I give a deception?
3.
Yeah, give me deception.
I do an insight.
Oh, that's a
Insight.
nat 20.
Oh, it's not. Don't worry about it.
Nat 20 for 28. I'll take the inspiration, boss. Thanks.
Yeah. You do. Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah, Gristle is telling the truth. You don't think Gristle's
One of
lying.
those rare gristle
And
fruits.
I live in Morencia. I
Dandin,
know
you
he's
know,
lying.
you know this is not true. You think, like, again, it was spoken with such conviction. You think Gristle has convinced himself of that, or
Right.
he saw like one other person with a mullet and was like, "Oh, this is what we do here."
Yeah.
Immediately off the
Ooh.
boat, saw the one person with the mullet in all of Morencia. It's not a popular haircut now.
It's like the bodyguard haircut. Bodyguard. You know, like action. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing as last time. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
John, as you were like going in your bed, you were like looking for like healing supplies and shit like that, kind of taking stock of everything you had. You notice that in your bag, you see that the dice sets that you were given back in the sauna is still there. It was like it was tucked into your belongings, and like when you gathered all your shit up to go, it's still there. So you've got like sets of dice and cups for playing liar's dice in your belongings now.
I'll go ahead and add a dice set to my kit. Noted.
Gotcha.
How fortuitous.
How fortuitous indeed.
As you continue walking, the time begins to pass by. You spend about an hour following Dandin fairly uneventfully. After about an hour of walking, Dandin, you've kind of disconnected from the main sewers at this point, and you're heading through more of the like private, like residential areas. As you come around a corner, you start walking, and after a little while, you begin to hear something. You hear a scraping, and then like a clinking. Sounds like metal on stone. Like a...
Is it coming from ahead of us?
Yes.
Okay. Fritz will
Um,
try to hide.
I'm going to just look back at everybody and just put up my hand and go, shh. And I'm going to just sneak ahead and see if I can catch sight of it without being seen.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I'm going to give myself guidance on that roll.
Yep.
Based.
Woo! That is going to be a 26.
Woo! Baby! Dandin, yeah, you are in your element.
Yeah.
You might not wish it to be so, but this is where you are most comfortable and most adept at remaining unseen. You stick to the wall of this pipe. The pipe stops, and you are now kind of in just like stonework all around you. As you're kind of taking it in, again, you've been through a lot of these areas before. It looks like, yeah, like perhaps like a crypt or something like descends down here, like kind of like cellar or something like that. That connects up to the main line. As you get to the edge, you see that there's a corner, and you hear this same scraping from coming around the corner.
I just...
You poke your head up. Around the corner, Dan, and you see a man dressed as a noble. He's got like a nice fine doublet of silk. He's got like an elegant rapier at his side. An odd thing to see down here for sure. And I think you recognize that. And it's only, this oddity is only deepened as you see that, His hands are covered in like dust and grime. You see the knees of his pants are really dusty. It looks like he was like kneeling down and doing something. As you look for a few more moments, you see that the noble is laying a stone into a like stone like wall, laying looks like a final stone into place there. And in his other hand, he holds a trowel with like mortar and plaster residue over it.
Mm-hmm.
Sets the final stone into place. Passes the trowel over a few times, touching up some of this mortar and plaster between all of these stones.
From this, in this space, are there like any like stone steps leading up and out from here?
Yeah, as you like look around this corner, you see that, you know, the wall is there, and then this kind of like crypt cellar stone area extends further off, and far down that passage you see steps start to lead up. Yes.
Okay. I will, just from where I'm at, just pull back away from visibility again, but as I do, I'm going to focus up on those stairs and just make this. I can use thaumaturgy to make a small sound, so it will just be like the sound of rats and some rocks falling or something from up on the stairs, just to make him maybe hurry up a little bit.
Yeah, as you thaumaturgy, you see a little ethereal Mickey appears, chittering, and you see at the sound, the noble like drops the trowel, fumbles, draws the rapier. Who goes there? Who goes there? You see, and giggling, you notice like as the trowel drops, it drops down. You see like a looks like a bottle of wine or something by his feet. A few bottles, actually.
Oh.
Fumbles with the rapier again, kind of just looking. Oh, no. No, they don't know. No one can know. Yeah, it is so good. Oh. Sheaths the rapier. Looks once more at the wall, runs a hand over it.
Is there a lit torch in this area?
Yep.
I snuff it out with thaumaturgy.
Oh. What are you doing? What games are you playing? And sprints.
Yeah.
In the distance of the stairs.
Okay. I go back and I gesture for everybody to come forward, and then I'm gonna go over to the wall.
Gotcha. Dandin comes back to the group, and you all follow.
I go right up to the wall that it looks like he was building a wall.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Like newly set stone here.
Yeah.
You see that like the wall before you, there is this newly constructed section, but the further you go away from that point, the stone is obviously older, and it's just this one section. It looks like there was an opening that has been freshly constructed.
And the bottles that are here, is it like, are they empty or?
Yeah.
I just put my ear up to the new stone wall, and I just knock on it.
Yeah, you put your ear up to the stone, and as you do that, you hear something behind the wall. You hear, it's very strange, you hear the jingling of bells. Ting, 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 ting. Their soft tinkling is not what you expected to hear.
Mm-mm.
Give me a perception check.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, this is not the direction I thought you were gonna take this session.
Natural 20.
Intrigued and confused.
Gain inspiration. And you hear something else as well. Elias, you also hear this with your goddamn passive perception. Perception from everyone, in fact. Go ahead and give it to me.
I took observant for a reason.
You're hearing this, yeah?
16.
That's a nat 20.
Natural 20!
What in the fuck?
Nice.
Everybody's very good at listening.
Everyone load up on inspiration. John, you're the only one who doesn't hear this, I guess.
What can I say?
Your old ears, yeah, exactly. You all then you start to hear this soft tinkling of a bell, and then you hear something else. Takes you a moment or two, but you eventually place the sound. Laughter.
No.
A man is laughing, or is he sobbing, or perhaps both? Like, there's a gasping, wheezing laugh that tumbles into tears and back again from behind the wall. Montresor. Oh, Montresor.
Can I?
The Amontillado.
Can I make out? Can I make out more clearly what he's saying?
You very clearly you hear Montresor as a name, Montresor, and you hear the Amontillado.
Montresor and the Montreado.
Montresor and the Amon.
Either of those names on these bottles of wine.
Amontillado.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Can I history
I just-
check?
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me a history check. Everyone can if you want.
It's not worth it.
15.
24.
Just in case.
Oh. 24. 24 for you as well, John?
No, minus the 20.
A 4. Coralia, Amontillado strikes something in the back of your mind. You remember hearing about, like, it is an extremely rare, like, wine vintage.
Mm.
Like, there are a handful of them. Most are fakes.
Why would someone be put behind a wall laughing about wine?
I don't know, but I don't want somebody to. I don't want somebody to be trapped down here, but I also don't like anything that's happening behind this wall.
It is probably an inhabitant of the sewers.
No, I think it's probably somebody that is meant to disappear.
And by that, do you mean?
I mean, the guy that was up here sealed the wall, built a wall, and trapped somebody behind it.
Can I go up to the wall?
Yep.
The mortar is still wet, right?
Yep.
Kick down the
I'm going to take a small block out of it.
Yeah, you see where the mortar is the most wet. This top stone, like you have to kind of like lift up on your toes to get to it. You're able to pry it out fairly easily, though.
Can I peer inside?
You peer inside. As you peer inside, you see that it is a small kind of like antechamber, like small little room here. Looking around, you see that similar to the rest of the kind of structure here, very kind of like dank, musty, some slimy kind of stuff on the walls. And then you see a man manacled on around both wrists, attached to loops in the walls, that is sunk down onto his knees, facing you. His face is caught in this sobbing, manic expression as he giggles and cries. You see his cheeks are wet with tears. You see some kind of like drool hanging out of the corner of his mouth. As you look at him, you see that the jingling that you're hearing, he's wearing like almost like a jester's like hat. They're kind of like bells on some of the like corners of his clothing. This very kind of like motley outfit that he wears. And you see that the front of his chest of this tunic is like stained with like purple, like it looks like wine probably was spilled or something. Looks to be like pretty deep into his cups. And he is just giggling and crying and does not appear to have noticed that a stone has been removed.
Well, probably brought here for a reason.
Amontillado.
What did you do?
Montresor! Looks up, notices the stone, just sees eyes peering through. Montresor, you have come back for me. I know you have. If we could put all this behind us, yes? It's not too late.
What did you do?
Montresor, you... Who is it? Who goes there?
The person who has control over the block that's going to be put on this wall.
I don't understand.
I want to know what you did.
I didn't do anything. Tugs at the manacles binding himself to the wall. I didn't do anything. Montresor, he lost his mind. You will free me. Yes.
That's up for debate.
No, you cannot leave me. You cannot leave me here. Montresor lost his mind.
What did you do?
Do not. Montresor told me. Amontillado was here. He had a cask of it. A cask of Amontillado.
You drank it.
No, I would never. I was meant. He claimed to have bought it. I sought to see it and verify. I know my wine. Yes.
I can tell you're covered in it.
It was a party, you understand. But I'm sorry, it was a lie, a ruse. He sealed me here. I know not why. This lie. You must free me. Free me, please. I beg of you. You must free me. You must free me.
What did the wine taste like?
Wine? It was a sweet red. It was good. It was very good. Yes.
And so you did drink it.
No, not the Amontillado. There was no Amontillado. It was a lie. There was never. There was no Amontillado.
So he lied about getting it.
Yes. I know not why.
That's all I wanted to know, and I put the block back.
Elias is gonna shift back to human form.
Yeah.
And grab the block as Corey's.
Pull the block out again. Yeah.
Let me see him.
You must free me, please. I beg of you.
I take out most of the blocks so I can gain entry.
Yeah, you start pulling out the blocks. As you get about like halfway down, starts to get a little bit tougher, but you're able to clear enough of a gap for you to step through.
Can I, perception or medicine check him to see what's wrong with this man? Is he withdrawn?
Heavily intoxicated. Maybe like a slight mental breakdown.
Drugs or alcohol?
Alcohol. You don't think he was drugged, as you kind of staking, like he just truly looks really fucking wasted.
Is there some sort of like you know how they have like smelling salts to snap you out of intoxication?
Yeah.
Do I know any sort of thing like that?
I think yeah, smelling salts exist. I don't think you have any. Would be the problem.
That
Healer
is
kit and
true.
a herbalism kit. I have some herbs in my herbalism kit.
Oh,
Can I make something out of that?
can you make
Crack
something?
some
Coke?
mint under his nose.
Let's. This will be a. Is there an alchemy check?
Herbalism kit check.
Yeah, a herbalism kit check. Go ahead and give me that.
The fuck do I use? Wisdom. I
Wisdom,
guess.
surely.
Herbalism.
Wisdom in your
I-
proficiency.
Wisdom, yeah, plus proficiency.
That's 25.
Shit, yeah, you're able to mix some things together. It's like not what smelling salt. It's not smelling salts that you've made, but you think it's something that like might give someone a kick in the ass, might help get some of the
Yeah.
fogginess away.
I kind of just assemble something like that, shove it in his mouth, tilt his head back. Here. Chewing that.
Bends over and
for a
retches, pukes out just a lot of
Oh my.
bile. Yeah, puking up a lot of wine. Very, very burgundy.
Ew.
So I'm
Thank you. You have.
Alright, you're gonna be fine in a minute. Or so.
You are a savior. You have saved me. What is your what is your name?
You don't need to know my name, but
Who
we
can
are
I thank?
wondering- Elias.
Elias. I am Fortunato.
Can you spell that? Fortunato.
Fortunato.
He's fortunate.
Apparently not.
I have heard that joke before. Yes. Thank you.
This
Thank
seems
you,
like a very
Elias.
unlucky situation, though.
It is. Yes, it is unfortunate. I thought Montreseau was my friend. Why would he do this to me?
Probably because you found out his dirty little secret.
What secret is that?
That he was lying to his guests that he had a very expensive wine that he did not have.
I have never heard him tell anyone of this. He approached me only, and told me he approached me this night, and was. He said that he had purchased it recently from a merchant, and that he was uncertain if it were true. That he wished to verify that it was so, and so he brought me down here to the cellar to find and verify. And then he took me in here, and he all the way down he was plying me with wine, and it was the strangest thing. He kept saying that, oh, the nitra on the walls, the dampness, it was not fit for me, that I would catch ill, that we would come back another time. He kept beseeching me to not come, but it was him who told me about it in the first place. and it's the chance to see Amontillado. It was something I could not pass up, and it is sick. I made us continue, and then we arrived, and we entered here, and I should have seen the oddness of the situation, but I could barely see straight, and before I knew it, he had snapped the manacles onto my wrists and chained me to the wall. I demanded to know why. Why was he doing this? And he never answered. He kept. I don't know. I don't know why he did this to me.
Are there any markings on the floor, wall, or ceiling?
Give me a
Floor,
perception
walls, or ceiling?
Perception check.
I rolled an one.
Are there any markings on the floor?
Look for markings on the floors.
Also, how long ago
Ceilings.
did that person
Walls.
leave? This Montresor.
Uh,
On off to.
Dan
Moments
watched
ago.
him flee. Yeah, it's been like a few minutes. Like it's probably about 5 minutes at this
Do you
point.
think if I let
10
loose
minutes.
my coke bears, you think with their speed they can catch up to him?
Do they have an enhanced speed? Because Montresor was running.
I did scare him out of here.
They only have 30 feet climb.
Yeah. You could try, like maybe if he slows down or whatever, but they could certainly follow. You're not certain if they'll be able to catch up though.
Can I just creep in and just undo the manacles with my little thieves tool?
Yeah, give me a thieves tool check. Dexterity and proficiency.
I just realized I have proficiency with firearms.
Nice.
I'm gonna just pull out a Glock one day.
18 total?
18. It's taken you a while. It's not an instant just pop open, but you think you're making progress. Yeah. After a few minutes as this conversation is taking place, you pop one of the manacles. You see it's manacles, and then as you kind of enter the room, you see that there's also a chain wrapped around his waist as well. So it's going to take you a few minutes to get him out of his bindings. Thank you, my child.
Can I tell what kind of material those shackles are made of?
It just looks like kind of iron.
Like
Nothing
iron?
fancy.
Just simple standard.
iron, yeah.
That PNG.
And then on the perception, John beefed it. Like ding dang passive, Elias. You see that other like kind of just dusty, dank little room here. Nothing much of note until you spot a small, like paper note folded up on the ground. And as you pick it up and unfold it, there is only a single phrase written on it, but it reads as follows.
In pace requests.
Yeah.
Quiescat. Yeah, I show it to everybody. I don't know what language that is.
Yeah. No one speaks Italian.
Can I tell what language this is in?
What languages do folks speak?
Celestial common.
Gnomish.
Speech can't goblin. Common.
Draconic, Giant, and Infernal.
Cool.
John's
As you're looking at it, it's written in common. It's just like a specific dialect. And Gandon, I think you would recognize common in the Imperium. This is like a cleric, like Latin. This is the language used by the clergy, by the Imperium.
Yeah, my little under my hood, the little golden eyes just kind of flash at the name, and I just look and I say, Are you from the Imperium?
What? No, I
Is
live
he
in
from the
Valencia.
Imperium?
Montresor, I believe family, but he has lived in Valencia for some time.
And he has family from there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep getting him out.
Cool.
I am watching the exit.
Gotcha. Yeah, for a few more minutes, you're able to fully free the man. Slumps forward onto the ground. Oh, thank you all, Elias, my saviors all. I am in your debt. If you ever have need of anything, Fortunato will pay. Will pay. You will.
Actually,
Funny you should ask.
we are in need of something specific.
Yes. What is it?
Do you have a way of getting us out of Marencia?
Way out of Marencia. Yes, I have a boat.
Are you part of the Navigators Guild?
No, not I. I am a merchant, but I employ a navigator on all my vessels. Yes.
And you get us out of the city.
Yeah. So of course, yes. You may find passage on the greatest of my fleet. Of course.
This
Low-key. Has to be low-key.
Low-key.
Quiet.
would it be a problem if he saw you out of this place?
If he sought to abandon me here, yes, sir. Yes, I will be going to the authorities, though. I will be going to the Marencia Guard. He tried to kill me.
No.
What?
Can you put us on that ship before you go settle your legal matter?
That would be greatly
We're trying to go north.
appreciated, Fortunato.
Yeah, John, you can go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Elias, you're giving advantage.
I'm gonna give John guidance.
I'll take it. We'll see how high this number goes. I rolled a natural 20 though.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Totals to 28.
Baby! What kind of a man would I be if I forsook my saviors in the time of their need? I will tend to my affairs after yours are seen to, of course.
Your
look, points at
kindness will not
Gristle.
be forgotten.
You say you wish to be. It is better that it is low key.
Yeah, like quiet.
Perhaps just your fifth nicest vessel.
Oh yes, of course. I have been known to move cargo that is not necessarily showing up in all of the manifests. As you can understand, I will ensure that you. So you wish to not be seen, yes?
Yeah.
For a lack of better terms.
At least until we're out of the city.
Yes. Well, I may be able to help with this. Stands up. Well, the problem is I do not know where we are.
I do.
We have a way out.
Excellent. If you get us out of here, All we need to do is get to my estate, and then you will be under my protection.
Perfect.
Where is that? What estate?
The Fortunato estate.
Okay.
He said his name, Gristle.
Well, no,
Okay.
Augustine. No.
I can get.
The August? No, I am an independent businessman. I am not affiliated with that conglomerates, that corporate scum.
We're very against. We personally try to shop local, if you would.
Shop local, yeah.
Yeah. You are my kind of people. It. You said you were doing insight, Elias?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Oh, that's
A
only
ridiculous roll.
14. I rolled low.
You don't think he's lying. You also think it would be a really bad move for him to start lying immediately after being freed by you all, because if you find out, he's fucked.
Yeah.
I
The
Okay.
situation leads you to think he's probably telling the truth.
The Fortunato estate. Let's go.
As we're heading out, I will put all of the blocks back.
Gotcha. You take the time to reblock it,
Yeah.
and then you leave this
I will-
crypt and
I
head
will
back to the sewers.
run my hand across it, casting mending.
Perfect. Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty funny.
the mortar
Yes.
finishes setting. The wall is solid.
Pog.
This Montresor. How much influence? Do we know anything about? Have you heard anything about the
Yeah,
Montresor
I'll say everyone can go ahead and give me history checks now.
family?
I'm gonna try this one just because I live in the city, but my history is garbage.
Natural
Yeah.
one,
Ooh.
baby.
Natural 18.
I rolled a natural 2.
24.
It's another 4, baby.
You're just not that good at.
I literally just walked off the boat like yesterday.
You're right.
Who beat a 15? Gotcha. Corey and Gristle. As he starts to tell a little bit about himself and fill you in, yeah, Montresor and Fortunatos are both, fairly affluent families, noble houses within Marencia. Both trading families, merchant families, are of the independent traders, not yet bought out by the Augustine Trading Company. And their business, they're still wealthy, but their business has taken a significant hit with the rise of the Augustine Trading Company. The Montresors are known for shipping high quality weapons, primarily fencing weapon, like rapiers, parrying daggers, that kind of thing. And the Fortunatos are known, perhaps unsurprisingly, for their wine. They don't necessarily growing wine, they just trade in wine.
I can't imagine there's a lot of vineyards on this little conglomeration island.
Yeah. And then, other than that, there are feuds between lots of the noble families in, many cities. There is not a reputation for a disagreement between the Montresors and the Fortunatos. There's no feud.
Yeah, they don't trade the same thing.
This seems like a petty argument between two noblemen.
I don't understand why. And you see, as he's kind of sobering up, thanks to Elias's little alchemical creation there, or herbal creation, herbal tea, is just starting to become more upset.
Yeah.
It's starting to realize what he just went through. I do not understand. Luca I considered him a friend. I don't understand.
He didn't seem, at least from what I saw, I don't think he seemed altogether happy about it. If that makes you feel any better.
Then why did he do it?
I don't know.
Possibly could have been coerced or
Paid off.
controlled, but either way, he can.
But you said that you said that he didn't want you to come, right?
He kept saying that, but as he started sealing it up, he was saying it again with venom in his voice. That, are you sure you don't want to leave, Fortunato? I implore you to consider the nitre on the walls. How damp it is in here. He was mocking me.
Oh. Well, then maybe he just didn't like you. I don't know.
There are many people I do not like. I would not take them down into a crypt and seal them behind a wall. Lure them in such a vile way.
Perhaps he just wasn't a very good man.
I thought I knew him. I thought he was my friend.
I'm sure there must be some sort of proper explanation for this. But either way, you'd best take care of yourself once we've gone.
Oh yes, I intend to, and I intend to hear an explanation from Fortunato. I have a Montresor family has influence. I will go to the doge. I will go to Lorenzo. He is an old friend. We will get to the bottom of this.
It would be good if we can do business once we're back here. Good to see your face.
Oh, yes, of course. And I will ensure that you all have safe passage. And if you want, you can have the pick of my personal collection. I don't know if you're wine people, but I have got quite a collection.
I have a few bottles myself, if you'd like to trade inventory.
Oh, no, it is a gift from you. I will not take anything in return. I insist.
Absolutely.
Mr. Fortunato.
Yes. Yes.
You're a bit, well, of the noble people I've met in the last 24 hours, you're definitely, I think, the least wanting to hurt me. Do you know anything about the Arcane Inquisition in the city?
Oh, yes, the Inquisition, they've been sticking their nose into Merencia's business for far too long.
Are they... I don't know... Because they tried to invade... The Imperium tried to invade, why would they let the Inquisition in at all?
That is the problem, you see, is... The Inquisition began in the Imperium, yes, but... They are spreading. There are others throughout Terra who feel as they do, that arcane magic is a curse, it is a plague upon us, it will bring our ruin. And it is this sympathy that allows them to operate in Merencia. There are people in Merencia who believe as they do even. So it is not just that they are solely associated with the Imperium anymore.
Are they trying to get in good with all of the guilds?
They approached my family half a year ago now, yes. Well, they sought our favor, our support, but my family, we do not believe as they do. We have seen that magic can be a force for good and evil alike. It is a tool like any other. My niece, in fact, is a mage, and she is a sweet girl. She would never do the things that the Arcanist Inquisition says all mages do.
I guess I'm just saying, if the Inquisition's around, if you have anybody that you know that's part of the Navigators Guild, I might tell them to stay vigilant. Because if the Inquisition is here and they get into the Navigators Guild, then doesn't the Imperium have kind of free reign to get into Morencia whenever they want?
Oh, I hadn't considered that. You are very observant for a child.
That's what I'm good at.
I will talk to some people about this. The Navigators Guild is, well, they keep their craft. It is their most prized possession. They guard it closely. They would be... I can't imagine them letting their secrets slip through their fingers like that. You're right. It is what keeps us safe. And we must therefore keep them safe.
All it would take was for one member of the guild to decide to join the Inquisition.
I will raise this point with them.
Okay. I think your house is like only another like 15 minutes, so...
How do you know this?
He looks, as Dandon scurries off ahead, he looks at the rest of you.
How does he know that?
He knows his way. He knows their way.
They're a very creative child.
Oh. Well, that does not answer the question at all, but it is okay. I need not an answer. I am in your debt.
Fortunato, I need
Yes.
to ask something of you.
Yes.
When we leave your aid, you must forget that you ever saw us.
Oh, I intend to block all of this from my memory at once, yes.
Perfect.
But I hear your meaning. Rest assured, I will never speak of this, and of you. Only in my prayers.
Thank you.
Sweet. Danton continues to lead you all through the sewers. You continue to make your way. After about, 15 or so minutes, you see that there is another connecting hallway that you're able to go down, and the pipes turn into stone again. And after you make your way to an area that you see Montresor.
These stones. I believe we are close. Yes, my estate. We have arrived. You have found it. Excellent work, child. Well, I believe. I don't have my.
You see, goes through a hallway, and you see that, similar to the kind of crypt area you were in before, another staircase leads up. Montresor goes up, and
I hope. Yes, the door is locked. I do not have my keys with me.
That's not a problem.
I think I can pick that, can't I?
you can step forward. And
Rogues. We got two rogues.
rogues, yeah.
2 rogues and a wizard.
Can I help?
Yeah, go ahead and help.
Please.
Skrissel, what is your lockpick?
It's the end of a spoon whittled down into a fine point, and then the other one is kind of like a broken metal comb he uses as a tension wrench. So he's kind of like, all right, that's one.
He doesn't even use the comb as the rake. Are you fucking kidding me?
He's like, Click. Hold on, let me roll my second one.
Yeah, as you kneel down and you see Gristle working, you very quickly become entranced with his tools that he's working with. Like your gear is like, you found it or made it yourself, but it's like it looks like a lockpick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like a lockpick. It's not as DIY as this.
Another rough roll. So what is the modifier? Is it just the proficiency?
It's dexterity and proficiency, yeah.
Oh, okay, then that's a 17. Not terrible.
17. Takes Dandon, you with yours, you probably could have gotten here a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You hear like it's not the soft like clicking of a lock being picked.
No,
You're
just use the comb as the brush. Do the different things. You're holding them backwards.
Gristle is more. You're more kind of like forcing your way into it. You're like breaking away the actual components of the lock.
He pulls the pieces out, and like pieces of metal comes out too.
As you pull it out, you hear like the falling of metal. The lock is entirely broken, but broken in a way where it's able to be opened.
Yeah, it's like click, click. Is like open. Sesame.
I must talk to my locksmith, I suppose.
It seems it corroded in the
Thank you.
dank atmosphere.
I do believe it. I recognize that your names will be forgotten by me very soon, but for the moment, what are your names? Elias, I know, but who are the rest of you?
I guess I'm Gristle.
Gristle?
Yeah.
Gristle. Yeah. You see like a momentary kind of like smile or smirk, and then quickly kind of course, Gristle?
Yeah? What?
Oh,
Okay.
the rest of you?
I will place a hand on Dandon's shoulder, and just, you may call me Corey.
Corey?
Dandon.
Dandon?
John.
And John, well, Elias, Gristle, Corey, Dandon, and John, please, welcome to the Montresor estate, and opens the door. And bids you all enter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I must also see my doorsmith.
Oh no, I meant like the lock falling out, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Really fucked up.
I mean, really, when was the last time you had this thing serviced?
It's true, it has been many years since I was last down here. But please, enter.
Gristle pulls out. He pulls out the comb, and there's like a bunch of like gunk on like the tip of it. Like the door was actually just like fully fucked.
Yeah.
Just corroded
Damn
from the
basement.
back end.
Sweet.
Truly, we did him a favor. He needed to repair this thing.
Yeah.
Wild. This is not how I thought this was gonna go. This is so funny to me.
You're like
D&D be like, do we need to take a quick break for a second?
I mean, we were gonna leave him.
Let's take a quick break for a second and let everyone go pee. I'm gonna grab some new art. That's so fucking funny, y'all.
Yeah, but you ally
Which
now.
part went off the rails when we investigated the wall?
No. When you broke the man out and then managed to ask him for help, and like, I don't know why I didn't think this was a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo would be proud. You're like they're
70%.
shithheads. They'll just
Hey,
leave
we
him.
rolled well.
Moral compass.
I was fully going to leave him behind.
No.
We know.
I was going to be like, all right, that's what I
You were
wanted to know. Rock.
Nothing to see here.
It's fine.
Dandon is right. There are more ways to solve problems than violence.
It was very important to finally find an NPC that we can have a little bit of trust with. So
Yeah, I'm very happy with honestly how that it was like that's an oddly like heartwarming thing that just happened where this is a very grim world and everyone else has been trying to fuck you over. I was worried that you all might be like super skittish and just be like, fuck it, not our problem. But you guys actually stopped and
Yeah.
saved this guy's life. That's really
well,
nice.
there is morality in this group, and at the moment it exists solely within Dandon and Elia. So
Yeah.
Corey will become a better person slowly.
Yeah.
and I understand
Can make no
that-
promises.
Yeah, I understand that John. Well, Dandon doesn't really fully understand it. Kyle fully understands that John did his best until finally hitting a breaking point. So that I do get that.
I know, but the kid doesn't.
Kid does not. The kid just witnessed the aftermath of a Doom Eternal fight and was like, twice. Thrice. No, the second time was with robots, so it doesn't really count quite as much.
It's me.
Danda didn't have as much problem killing the robots as
All they fear is me.
all your base are belong to me.
I agree.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Wow. So you did not think we were going to do that?
Like I said, I thought y'all would just be like, this is not our problem.
I'm glad Dan didn't think that. Because like I was flipping. I'm like, it seems like it's pretty easy to get him out. And then you're like, he's manacled. And I'm like, now it's just difficult enough that I think we should probably leave. And then Dandon's got fast hands, so I didn't have to have moral computations about it.
Yeah.
Which is pleasant.
Dandon's thieves tools is truly like a really well like it is an actual thieves tools kit, but it's been cobbled together from pieces collected all over the place. So it's like a little piece of a piston. It's just like a metal rod, and it's like, all right, we got that.
Okay, fuck it, we're gonna go with this.
Hey,
Love that.
that's
The calling
good
card
setup,
of a DM.
Fuck it.
We're gonna go with this. I have to prep both Ayara games next week. That'll be fun.
I recognize this location.
Oh, Erwin gets to play next week.
You're correct.
A little bit of Dishonored too.
Dishonored 2, yeah. I like this level.
Yeah, I mean, like the setting there is
I
very
do
much
like
the
that.
vibes I'm going for of Morenz.
Oh,
it's like Venice, like steampunky.
Bro,
This kind
You
of
want to know
shit,
how
like
I always
the-
beat this level?
Hmm.
Because I normally play as Emily, so I do some vile parkouring outside of the map, and like slingshot myself with the tentacle, like around this back end that you come into right over here, like right where that guy's standing at the far side.
Risky.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's absolutely vile. and it shouldn't work, but they put it in the game, so I stopped doing anything as intended.
Dishonored was a hard game for me. I tried to play stealthy, but inevitably I ended up having to shank everybody.
Yeah. I'm a save scummer, TBH, so.
Me too. Save scum it.
But you got to kill an all right amount of people. You don't have to. You don't have to save them all.
Honestly,
It's a single player game.
once I get the one that turns people to ashes when they die, everybody fucking starts dying. Consequences go out the window. There's no corpses, so there's no increase in
No
blood
trace.
flies.
There's no traces.
There's no
Shadow Chaos, I
chaos
think it's
ending?
called. Yeah, it keeps it low chaos because there's no corpses. No corpses means no blood flies, means no rats.
I know. We're
Huh.
doing stuff. We're gonna do this instead. 1 second.
Everyone just thinks
folks.
they disappeared. Where'd they go? Who knows?
I love Dishonored.
It's a good game.
Really great aesthetics.
I'm a big fan.
You guys know that one of the songs from Dishonored is on John's playlist?
That's funny.
So
Credit sequence.
Yeah, is the bot playing anything? It is.
yes.
Gently serenading us.
Bit of the Ionian scale.
As you are led up into
We still recording, Bill?
Montresor's. Oh, sweet. Yeah, as we head up into Montresor's estate.
Fortunato.
Oh yeah, Fortunato's estate. Yes, well, please, make yourselves at home. You see, there is a servant who's kind of like come over to investigate someone coming up through the cellar, and looks at you all quizzically. You see, kind of like is going like, Fortunato, and rushes over. Yes, I'm okay. Please just prepare the sitting room for us. We, my new friends and I wish to sit for a moment and discuss things. Of course. You are okay? Yes, I'm okay. Just prepare the sitting room for us. Servant runs off, and he begins to walk you out of the cellar, through his estate. You see very quickly, like the building. It's very much like a lot of the older buildings in Marencia. A fairly small kind of like island lagoon. There's not like a whole lot of real estate. Like a lot of the buildings are just built vertically, in that kind of like European style. But yeah, you start to walk through the estate. Yes, and then to say, Corey.
I will prestidigitate all of us clean, and
Get
like
some of the sewer stank off. Yeah.
like walk over to John and like mend portions of his like armor and whatnot, and do the same to Dandon, like fix her like hair and like adjust her scarf and stuff, and I go and I mother each one of them like to get them clean and looking nice for
Crystal gets the like thumb and cheek thing.
Yeah.
On the mullet.
His
yeah.
cowlick springs.
Whee!
Don't
Yeah.
touch me.
Yeah, you see as you are walked through the building, like lots of old dark wood, lots of like marble. It looks like, and then interspersed throughout signs of some of the more recent innovations that can be bought with technology. You see, like some like clockwork clocks, timekeeping pieces. You see that there are some oil lamps, some arcane lamps as well in some of the corners of the rooms. You see that there are plenty of servants on site, dressed in the house colors of Fortunato. And yeah, you are all led into a sitting room together. You see that there have been some refreshments set out for you all, little like teacups. And then in the center of the room, a bottle of expensive looking wine that is corked. Fortunato waves for the attendants to leave, and they close the doors behind them.
Please, please, everyone sit down, make yourself at home. If there's anything at all that you require, please inform me and I will see that it is brought to us at once.
Do you have a compass?
A compass? Yes, of course.
One I can keep, I should specify.
Yes, of course, of course.
A servant comes in, whispers something, and disappears.
Oh, before he disappears, is there anything else we should ask for?
I don't know. I'm good.
Not that I can
Something
think
who looked
of.
like you were taking some bumps and scrapes along the way. I will see that some healing drafts are brought as well.
That would be thankful. That is good.
Good.
Kralia
Right.
just sits in a chair and just deflates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see a few kind of fancy-looking chairs, some wood, some like wicker, a couple of couches, some futons.
Does he have like knickknacks and like
Yeah,
bookshelves
lots.
in here?
Yeah,
I
very much a
am-
sitting room.
Very respectfully, just like looking at everything. Just
Yeah,
going up
you
to
see.
things.
In fact, there are like lots of bookshelves. As you're looking at them, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Cool. $15.
15. Yeah, as you're looking at some of these books, as you're looking at them, you realize that some of them, like the pages, like aren't cut in them. They're like display books.
Mm.
And then like on some of the bookshelves and on some of the like display tables and such, you see that there are a lot of kind of like odd little pieces. You see like a pine cone. You see a little like a leaf. You see a small little like shrub, but you also see like a gear.
Huh.
See like a
Interesting.
small little like looks like a letter opener.
Just knickknacks.
Truly knickknacks, yeah. And under each of them there is a symbol that while you don't recognize what each of them specifically is, they look like coat of arms, like house crests maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then underneath that is another dash on this, and mentions like Viegrin 57,
Hmm.
Cordoba 62.
Okay.
After a few minutes, the servant rushes back into the room and presents a a compass on a pillow.
So kind.
Yes.
Yes, it is the least I can do again for my rescuers.
Whispers to the servant again. Elias, with your passive, you just hear like, I will be meeting with the city guards after I'm done with the business here.
You gotta be.
Yes.
Once the servant leaves,
Once more, thank you from the bottom of my heart. House Fortunato is in your eternal gratitude. Now I believe that you wish to leave Marencia.
As
once.
quickly as possible.
And we wish for it to be as quietly as possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as I said that, as any good Marencia business person could tell you that not all business happens on the books, as they say.
I have a contact that I will be in touch with. I have already been in touch with about seeing that you find your way onto a boat that is in a manner that you are not seen embarking upon. Will this be suitable for you all?
Marvelously.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. I have worked with my contact for many years now. He's unscrupulous fellow, certainly, but respects coin.
Just as long as he won't sell us off to the highest bidder.
Well, I am usually the highest bidder for him, so it would not do well if he knows that he would lose a great deal of business down the line, and that I could make things complicated for him. And where is it that you wish to be traveling to? It is a discussion you can have with the captain, certainly once you are on board, but to ensure that you are on the right vessel, that is what we should decide now.
Do you have a map?
I do. And you see as he rolls out a map, you see the map before you.
There's a document.
You see he takes out a pointing stick. Yes, we are of course here in Marencia.
One of those ones that's like an art piece on the wall. Probably.
Yeah. It's actually part of the coffee table. Just like slides back some panels and reveals it.
God.
I don't know
He's
if
a merchant.
your ship would be willing to take us all the way to Fort Kentingern, would you?
Fort Kentingern, you say? That is quite a voyage.
Yeah.
Many months.
Literally on the other side of the known world.
Let's start at Terra Boldor.
I have done some trading with the clans of North and Valka, but I don't know if I have a vessel ready for that kind of a voyage. No, sorry, not on such short notice.
Can you get us at least to Castle Beaumont?
Castle Beaumont, yes, of course. We frequently trade there. That would just be a rather short day and a half voyage down the river. We can absolutely make that happen then. In fact, I have several vessels that are heading there within the next few days. No one will bat an eye.
We can take care of ourselves from there.
Very well. I will arrange that you are taken aboard and placed upon the ship heading for Castle Beaumont within the next few hours. Does that work for you all?
Yes.
Excellent.
I hate to ask you another favor.
Yes.
Do you happen to have access to some fresh linens? Clothing?
Yes, of course. You must feel as if you have been traveling through the sewers of Marencia. Yes, of course. You may make use of my facilities as you see fit. I will ensure that they all leave out ample clothing for you all, for my saviors.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you in this moment?
Can you get me incense?
Incense? Yes. I do believe we have some on hand.
Some more. I need some materials that pack a bit of a punch. Hope 25 gold isn't too expensive for you.
Oh, not at all. For my saviors, certainly not. I will make sure to take the stuff from the top shelf.
Thank you. If it stinks more, I think they can hear you better. Seems to be what they taught us.
Yes. It is our opinion that the archsheriffs have a very selective noses.
That's why I never dealt with angels.
I find them to be a reliable sort.
I find them to be flighty.
Anything else? Speak now, otherwise I shall go off and ensure that our contact is here soon. Very well. You, as I said, feel free to rest here. The facilities, as he stands up and opens up the door, just points down the hallway. You'll follow the hallway down to the end. You will find a washroom, a place to clean yourself up.
Thank you.
And until then, thank you. Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Don't
Fortunato,
follow any more people down into crypts. Regardless of how much wine they give you.
I think I might be taking a break from wine for a while. I've lost the taste for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he steps out. What do you all do?
Corey just leans forward and places her head in her hands.
Are there clothes that would fit me here?
There are no clothes in this room. Fortunato said that stuff was going to be laid out for you in the
The engine gets new clothes.
yeah.
Yay!
In the lavatory area where you could wash yourself up. There's a
I'm
private,
going there.
much smaller than what you came from on the 4th floor, but a small little kind of bathhouse area. You're heading over there?
Yeah.
Cool. Dannon goes to clean himself up.
I think we all should get a change of clothes, really.
Hopefully everybody's cleaning themselves up.
Yep.
Sweet. You all head over. Again, very an in-house bathhouse is certainly a luxury. You kind of have to take turns, or if you wanted to share it, you can, but not a whole lot of space in here.
Yeah.
Dannon's got dibs on the first round, cleans themselves up. You see that, there are clothes laid out. They don't know your exact size, so some areas it's a little tight, some areas it's a little loose, but clean clothing. Does not stink of the sewers. Well-made clothing as well. Far finer than any I think you've ever owned.
I think I still definitely try to choose more muted colors, nothing super flashy.
Yeah. Problem with some, nobles is they really like to advertise their colors in their houses. You see bright yellows and greens a lot. But you find a yellow that's kind of faded a little bit and a green that's more muted. Are able to dress yourself.
And I'll just get a simple tunic and belt it around some slack or some kind of pants, like loose pants. And I think I'm content with my foot wrapping sandal things that I have right now. So
yeah, for whatever you don't want to replace, you're able to clean it up fairly well.
And also while I am in there, if there is the means to do it, if there are scissors or any such thing, I will poke my head out and look around and see Coralia, and I was just say, "Can you help me, please, with something?"
Whatever you need.
And I'm going to have Coralia help me cut the hair really short on the sides of the head. Leaving kind of I have art for this, hold on.
Love art.
Where did it go? Why is it so far away?
Hey, just while Kyle's finding that,
there we go.
Blake, will you remind me what part of this map the zombie plague situation is at? That's in
Which one?
which one? Not the weird fire one that I know is going on in the north, but like the super plague.
Stoya's all undead, like vampire shit.
Yeah, but like
Bureau
the
of
super
Empire is
plague.
dealing with like. Oh,
Lysek.
that's Lysek. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's Lysek.
Which is kind of in the direction we're going.
Yeah, it's pretty close, honestly. But that's all right.
Yeah.
Dandon, as Corey walks into the bathroom with you, you realize very quickly that she has expert hands.
Yeah.
She takes as much hair off as you need. This is definitely not the first time that she's done this.
And get the hair. And I think Coralia probably notices, as now I'm not covered in rags, but I'm in like actual clothes. I've chosen like a really loose shirt and things like that. And there you definitely see gauze bandage kind of wrapped up the majority of the torso. Yeah, I look like I am no longer indeterminate in rags. I am now a little even more of an androgynous youth, but now with clothes. So we love how it's going.
We'll have to get you a nice jacket before we head north.
And doing the haircut, you notice that Dandon also has a set of goggles underneath the mop of hair that nobody could see, and just like, thanks, and just runs out, feeling a lot better.
Does anyone else need a haircut while I'm doing it?
No thanks.
I was gonna say you can't see the back of that hairstyle, Dandon. Vaguely mullet-like, we could say. At least for
Nah.
if it's long in the back.
If Corey ever looked towards Elias's direction when she was asking that question, I'm gonna give him questioning eye.
You don't have hair, Elias. I can't cut scales. I think that might be a little bit painful.
Are we ready to leave then?
Short rest?
Yeah, you can. We'll say during this time, everyone can short rest, get themselves cleaned up and into non-sewer stank clothes.
Non-sewer. Let's go. Let's roll some hit.
I will
Let's remove the sewer condition, the stinky condition from everyone can be removed now.
I will request from them a pair of like slacks and like boots and a button down with like suspenders.
Yeah.
And she gathers all of her like hair up into a ponytail.
Corey's going cottagecore.
Love it.
Gotta be incognito. And she pulls this out of her. So the way that the buttons on her shirt sit, you guys can now see a sigil that goes down her chest that has a little bag like etching on it. And as she pulls, it glows, and she pulls this large jacket seemingly out of her chest, and pulls on this leather jacket.
Gotta love a bag of holding.
Chest of holding.
Chest of holding.
It's wrist pocket.
Tattoo of holding. Oh, wrist pocket? Better.
Hell yeah.
When you cast the same spell in the same spot for a year, it stays.
That's funny.
After an hour of getting yourselves cleaned up, Fortunato returns. It's good news. I have made contact. He will be here very soon, he says. And then we will get you on your way.
Good.
You all look better. You smell better. How long were you in those sewers?
It's thanks
A long
to you, my
walk.
friend.
Long time.
Yes.
Well, this is where we part ways for now. I hope you keep your health up.
As do I, and I'm certain I have annoyed you all with me saying it, but thank you. You saved my life.
No problem.
You hear a ringing and a knocking at the door. Well, that should be it. Goes over, opens up the door, and on the little stoop, you just see a barrel.
No.
Oh, not this motherfucker!
And then
I had a sneaking suspicion.
I shake his hand as I look towards the barrel till we meet again.
Crafty.
Yes, of course. It is here. You hear. Oh, what smells like shit? Ah, come on! You don't have to say that every fucking time. the lid of the barrel pops off, and as the barrel and little legs pop out of the bottom of the barrel, and walking it inside, the door closes behind you. All see.
Oh no.
He
Do
found
his
it.
bare feet.
Barrel.
Oh God.
Yes.
That in a barrel. You see.
Stop.
No,
For
how do
some
I
of
bring
you-
it back? I accidentally closed it.
I'll pop it up again.
Even better.
Amazing.
You all see Antov the fish. Gristle, no fucking way.
Antov, you son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch, what are you doing here?
Chris will like shake the barrel.
Whoa, what are you doing? You trying to throw my house into disorder? Disarray? I had everything just the way I liked it in here.
Messy as hell.
You know it. Chaos is the new order, I'm telling you, it's in. Now, Fortunato tells me that you guys need to get out of Marencia unseen.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, I know a few people, and more important than people, I know a few barrels. We're gonna load you up in those barrels. We're gonna roll you onto the ship, and you're gonna be sailing down the river to Castle Beaumont. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be perfect.
I love it.
I thought you would, you little fucker.
We can all fit in the barrels, right?
Yeah. Wait, you can all fit in barrels, right?
Easy.
I stare down at the tiny man.
Ah,
I don't know. Why don't
We
you
might-
answer that question?
well,
If I must.
You might need a keg for me.
You might
we
need a
could
crate.
do that.
A crate?
We can't do crates. You can't roll crates. Rolling is integral to the plan. It'll just be a big barrel.
Nobody throw up in the
That's what a
barrel.
keg is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
A wine barrel?
What are you, some wise guy?
Hey. He's cool, man.
Eh.
Are we gonna get food this time?
Yeah, I mean, you're getting dumped in with fish, so yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
eat the
we
fish.
just took a bath.
I just got
Oh,
clean.
that was... That's it. That's poor timing. Because you're gonna stink like fish. You're gonna stink like me. It's the trademark, you know. Every good businessman has one.
It's a weird hill to die on, Antov.
Listen, I kind of made it part of my personality when I chose the name Antov the Fish. You have a brand, you stick to it.
Yeah.
Wild.
Commitment is
Yeah.
impressive.
I love you at an arm's distance, Antov.
Hey, right back at you, Gristle, you greasy fuck. Hey, speaking of which, where's that dog of yours?
Where is that dog of mine?
Oh, that dog, man.
How does your dog work again?
The dog, like, it's almost
takes
like at a
offense
space
in it,
nobody's
no?
looking at. It's like the Phantom Zone. The dog just like comes out of impossible space, like a lamp or something.
Yeah. So,
It's the Fey rule. It always teleports when you're not looking at it.
Yeah.
Emerging from the barrel that Antov is currently in, Butcher, right, or Butch?
Butcher.
Yeah, butcher. Holy
Her
fuck!
for short.
Yeah, her. Oh fuck! I fucking hate that thing, man. It's always creeping up on me. Here, tosses a fish out to Butch. Chomps it down. You see, Fortunato is just kind of watching this all unfold before him. Yes, well, I have worked with Antov for many years now, and what he lacks in hygienic quality, he makes up for in discretion. So, I do believe that this plan will work. Yeah, you better fucking say that after all the money I've saved you, you cheap fuck. There's no need for profanity, but I sense your meaning. Yeah, all right. Well, I got my boys bringing the crates round back. We're gonna load you up soon. Bing bang
I
boom.
thought you
You're
couldn't
gone.
roll crates.
Did I say crates? Now you got me mixed up. Fuck.
You did say crates.
Focus.
Focus. It's about the fish. It's not about the container. It's about the fish. The fish are the key. Whatever you're going in,
It
there's
is
gonna be
about the
fish.
container.
All right, come on, let's go.
How
Starts
many
running.
hours journey are we expected to play fish?
You see, Antov has run off, Fortunato.
That's
My
little
understanding is that it is more important that you're in the barrels for getting onto the boat, and then maybe the first hour or so. After that, you could probably come out of the barrels unless another ship rolls up that you're worried about, and back in the barrels you go. But it's kind of up to you.
I just look at Corey and I just say,
Sort of on a need to barrel
Can-
basis.
"You can make us not smell like fish when we get out of the barrels,
Yeah,
right?"
I can make us not smell like fish after we get out of the barrels.
Wizards and their magic soap. Prestidigitation.
Okay.
I'm so tired of using that spell.
It's been a long morning. It's like 10:55 a.m.
Yeah, it's not
like
even noon at this
noon.
point. Yeah.
Is there
I'll
any
say-
food in
I'll
the
say-
room?
Is there any food in the room?
Corey's
there's a-
hands are just fucking.
There's a few fish on the ground now. Yeah, there's like some like nuts and like some assorted
A charcuterie board, if you would.
A charcuterie board, if you will.
Fortunato's a cheapskate.
Fortunato sees you. Person, is there something that you want before you go in the barrel?
Honestly, kind of like a sack lunch.
Ah, yes. And you see some servants come out holding bundles of assorted
Uncrustables.
It's
Yeah.
just like bread and a wedge of cheese
food.
in a rag tied.
There's like
It's gonna be a long trip.
there's like a
Fancy cheese.
sausage in there. Yeah, some fancy
nice.
blue cheese.
Oh shit! Oh
It's
god!
all
Not the first
it's
barrel.
all stuff that is meant to be paired with a wine, and you're
Yeah.
not getting the wine.
Truly.
So
Excellent. So feel free to
Maybe if I pray
snack
hard
on
enough, I
those.
can turn my water skin into wine.
And then once you emerge from the barrel, the ship will be stocked with a crew and supplies. So you will be taken care of from there.
Elias lets everybody, have the snacks, and then and once everybody's
Before we're
done,
back to Berncia,
he packs up the stinkiest of the cheeses.
Smelliest, foulest cheese.
Those are the best.
those are the best.
True, they are the best. Whatever cheese you use is the worst.
I'll
So
trade
you
you,
get-
my
you
cheese
actually
for your
get-
sausage.
So let's be honest. If you're waiting, you get the second smelliest cheese.
All right, we'll split it 50-50.
Get on the boat.
Let's get out of
Sweet.
here. Let's
And
leave.
before, as we're leaving, Elias
keg.
stops standing, puts his hand on their new scruffy, well washed hair, and he's gonna say, "Hey kid, you did great back there. I know you do. Ended up being with us, but it's good to have you with us."
Thanks. And thanks for trying to not Thanks for taking care of me. And I just push his hand off and just run out in front of everybody.
He's so cute.
Yeah, as you all exit through the back, you're in the go through the back. You see that there are like just about a dozen massive orcs, bugbears, just like really big D&D races with like hammers. Grizzly, you recognize these are like the thugs for Antov, and they're all ready to pack you inside. Yeah, you see that there are
barrel mallets.
Barrel mallets, exactly. Ready to seal you up or thunk some skull. Makes no difference to them. You see that there are an assortment of like small barrels, medium-sized barrels, and then some kegs for larger folk. You see Antov sitting there again, arms, legs poking out of his barrel. All right, you know the drill. Hop in, and then we'll pour the fish in.
Okay.
Oh.
Get in our barrels.
Into the biggin.
I want a medium one.
Yeah.
medium one.
I like the leg room.
Look at this guy, fucking royalty over here. He wants the leg room. Oh, can I get you anything else in there?
Entrepreneur.
Maybe light fish. I don't
Can
know.
I get you? Oh, hey, we'll go heavy with the fish in this guy. Hey, we got fucking comedian over here.
Yeah, he doesn't get the fish base. He's actually at the bottom of the barrel, underneath all the fish.
Yeah, you see like a Goliath who seems to be looking at you, Gristle. You Gristle?
Yeah. Who's asking?
I am 8-foot Matt. I think you do work with cousin 7-foot Dan?
Oh no!
Who you're talking about?
That's what we call a callback, kiddos.
What do you mean you don't know what you... Of course you did. The last job, the before you got with this crew. Remember? I
Remind me.
set you up with them. And then when they all died, I was like, fuck, we need you to like get with a team for a while. That doesn't all die. The 7-foot Dan die?
No,
Yeah,
no,
tell
no,
me that.
no. It's a head injury.
His
I
soul
can't remember.
is with the archangels now.
You see, he just picks up
Corey
a
like
barrel.
elbows John.
I'm like stepping into a barrel as I say this.
And
just sitting.
You see, he picks up a barrel and cracks the lid. You see that this barrel of fish has a bunch of ice in it.
Oh, rough for you.
That's rough, buddy.
He just pours all of the iced fish into your barrel, Crystal.
That's rough, pal.
That's rough.
Yeah. You get 7-foot Dan iced. I ice you.
How long
Okay.
do we expect to be in the barrel?
Couple
Couple
hours.
hours.
Yeah,
Like
a few
a
hours
day or
probably, at least.
two, probably. It's a pretty big river up to Castle.
Yeah, it really
That's a
depends on
thousand.
how safe you want to be,
We'll probably get there like tomorrow morning.
The barrel is remember, all of you remember this. A barrel is safety. There is safety in barrels. When you want to be safe, you get in the barrel.
I'm just writing down notes.
This is
I'll write that down.
this is some free advice from your friend Antov.
Very
Don't
well.
listen to head talk.
I'm going to, because I can fit into smaller spaces than most people, I'm going to convince them to just fill the barrel most of the way up, and then I'll just sit in the top of it, and they can put the
Yeah.
lid on top
On
of
the
me.
fish.
Yeah, just on top
Yeah.
of the fish.
You see Antov. I mean, you can try it, but yeah, I've tried your method before. Hey, listen to me, kid. You're gonna sink down into the fish. You can try.
You
You
gotta
can-
sink into
you
the
can,
fish.
You can try for as long as you want to stay out of it. But yeah, I think of it a lot like, life. You try and stay out of the shit, doesn't matter. You're gonna get sucked down into it. You listen to me, kid. You're gonna get sucked down into that fish. It's gonna be cold and clammy, and it's gonna smell like shit.
As he's doing this, I've taken one of the fish and I'm cooking it with sacred flame, and then I just bite a piece off like while he's talking, and I'm just home.
You think you're better than me? No one's better than me.
Antov, I feel like you've done more than just sleep with the fishes.
Who the fuck have you been talking to? My therapist. You know, you trust someone, you open up to them. Next thing you know, they're telling all your secrets to everyone willing to listen.
Antov. You're coming on a little strong.
It
You're,
might not be that deep, Antov.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my therapist said.
Well, keep paying them.
Keep paying.
I will. Hey, and with the money I get from this job, I'm definitely going to be able to. So thank you, one and all,
Be to help.
for traveling with Antov the fish. Barrel them.
This is why we always shop local.
You see,
As
the
I get
lids-
fish dumped
yeah,
on me.
As you get fish dumped on everyone, you climb into your barrels. The lids get placed on. Boom, boom, gets sealed.
All right, boys, roll them.
Barrels get knocked onto their sides, and you begin to roll down the streets. It is a cold, clammy place that you find yourselves. You roll and roll and roll. The minutes go by.
This is my own
you-
personal hell.
As you roll in the cold, clammy, fishy dark, I'm gonna need Constitution saves.
Oh my god!
Amazing. This is what we
I
love.
said he
This
was
is why I
gonna say
haven't
this.
eaten the snack yet.
Ooh. Okay. 30-20.
18. Oh, sorry, 17.
13.
18.
Elias.
You're muted, Elias.
Elias! He might be asleep.
Con
He's
save.
been muted the whole time.
No, we're good. He's up.
Constitution save.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait, that's a 9.
Dandan, you are feeling pretty nauseous, but you don't throw up. Elias, you're feeling real gross, bud.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think there might
It's
be.
all the cheese.
It's all that stinky cheese that you
That's why I
took.
didn't
So
eat it
good,
yet.
but fuck. You should not be rolling around as much with a stomach full of stinky cheese.
Gotta go solids. That's why I took the meat.
Yeah. As you continue to roll and roll and roll, you hear the sounds of the streets around you. People chatting, talking, hooves on the stone, wagon wheels rolling along. You begin to hear the sound of the water of the canals lapping against the sides. You begin to hear larger sounds of ships, commotion of people docking, unloading cargo, loading cargo, orders being shouted, bells tolling. Eventually, the barrels that you were in, you go from cobblestone onto wooden planks. Hear the sound of that, and you feel yourself rolled across, and the rolling comes to a stop, finally. Barrels get hoisted up, walked onto a ship, and placed down, tipped up into place. There is a sound of like a whipping sound of something going tossed around and tying stuff together. All of the barrels are tied, bundled up. You hear the sound of your savior, Antov, speak once more.
Alright, this is where we leave you. Gristle, try not to get these fuckers killed. Remember, I want you to learn that there is value in teamwork.
Through divine
promise to
magic,
be
I
safe.
conjure fish noises.
What the fuck? I think we might have put live fish in this one.
Yeah,
Let's
these
see.
are some quirky people. I think they'll be keeping me alive.
I ask each of the fish personally. No. No. No.
Right, well, take care, y'all. And remember, just keep rolling. And
Full of wisdom,
the
man.
barrel departs. A few moments of, non-activity. Again, just the sounds of cargo being loaded onto a boat. Eventually you hear the sound of orders being called out, lines, sails, sailing terminology, which may or may not be familiar to some of you. Evo! And you feel movement, rocking of waves as your vessel begins to set out from Laurentia, from the docks. And as you all sail away in barrels full of fish, you have done it. You have escaped from Laurentia. And that's where we'll end the session for today.
In barrels full of fish, guys. We did it.
We made it out the hood.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Oh,